This lesson is Solve Inequality Part 2. Here I have an example, m over 2 less than negative 6 over 5. Again, when I have a number underneath, one more time, when I have a number underneath, move to the other side. And once you move to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So one more time, I move this 2 to the other side, and it becomes a multiplications. Okay, now with multiplication, just multiply straight across. When you're multiplying fractions, you multiply straight across. Okay, so negative 6 times 2, negative 12, 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, and when I'm done is when the letter is by itself. Okay, and then the symbol less than is the same. Okay, so this is the answer. Now use this answer to graph. Again, always use 0. That is my start point, my indicator. Okay, and then negative 12/5, since it's negative, just pick somewhere over here from the left side of 0 and place negative 12 over 5. Okay, next, this right here, if you look carefully, this symbol is facing to the left side, so from negative 12 to negative 12/5 to the left side. Also, there's no line underneath, so I am using parentheses. Okay, and this goes all the way to the left side from negative 12/5. Okay, so this is my graph. Now use the graph to do my interval notations. Again, interval notations, start from the left and then work your way to the right side. So here we go. From the left, there's nothing here. However, if you look at this arrow, it is from the left, so therefore it has to be infinity. And since it is from the left, it has to be negative infinity. Infinity is always parentheses, then followed by a comma, and then keep walking to the left, to the right side, keep walking to the right, and then you reach negative 12/5 with parentheses, so negative 12/5 parentheses. And if you keep walking to the right side, there's nothing left, so this is my interval notations to this graph. Okay, so this is the answer, this is the graph, this is the interval notation. One more time. When you do the interval notation, start from the left and then work your way to the right side. Okay, now over here, this is negative infinity because of this arrow. Of course, there's nothing here, but because of this arrow say it is infinity, but it's on the left side, so it's negative infinity. Infinity, always use parentheses. Always use parentheses for infinity, followed by a comma, and then walk to the right side, and then I reach negative 12/5, but it has a parentheses, so there's my negative 12/5 in parentheses. Okay, so that's the first example. Next example, here we go, same thing, but this one time I have something extra, but it's the same procedure. Since I have a number in the bottom, I will move to the other side. Okay, so when I move this negative 4 to the right side or to the other side, it becomes multiplications. So 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8. Okay, I still have x and negative 9, so bring down the x minus 9. Okay, however, I multiply not just a 4, but I multiply with a negative. So note, when you multiply or divide by a negative, the symbol switches. So one more time, when you multiply or divide by negative, the symbol switches. So here we go. Again, from the top, this is a 4. I bring it over, it becomes multiplication. However, I have a negative here, so I have to bring that negative along. So bring the whole thing, negative 4 to the other side, so I have multiplications. 2 times negative 4, which is negative 8. Based on this rule, when I multiply by negative, this symbol is switch. So it is no longer less than or equal to. Now it becomes greater than or equal to. Okay, so one more time. When you multiply or divide by negative, the symbol switch. So from the beginning, it was -4. I brought it to the other side. It becomes multiplications, and I am multiplying by -4. So this symbol gets switched. Okay, so 2 times -4 get -8. I am multiplying by negative, so this symbol is switch. Okay, next I want x to be by itself, so add 9 over. Okay, so add 9 over, so this 9 goes away, bring down the x, bring down this symbol, the greater than or equal to, and then -8 plus 9 gives me +1. Once the letter is by itself, then we are done. So this is my answer. Use my answer to graph. Again, put 0 in, that's my starting place. 1, that is easy, so just pick somewhere from the right side of 0, put a 1. Now why am I using bracket? Because there's a line underneath. If I have a line underneath, I will use bracket. Based on this symbol, it is showing to the right side, so from 1 to the right side. Okay, this arrow is going to the right, so from 1 to the right. Okay, now use this graph to write my interval notations. Again, from the left, work your way to the right. There's nothing here, there's nothing here, nothing. But once you reach to 1, as you can see, 1 has a bracket, so bracket 1, comma, and then from 1 keep going to the right, because of this arrow is facing to the right, and this arrow says that it is infinity. Okay, and since it's on the right side, it will become positive infinity, and infinity again always use parentheses. Okay, so this is the answer, this is the graph, this is the interval notation. Okay, so this is for solving inequality part 2.